Hey guys, John here with JG Custom Craftworks. Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're going to briefly review the Amana DP-304 Rosette cutter. It was a bit we picked up off of Amazon, purchasing it from Tools Today for about $160. We're going to take it through the paces, let you know what we think of this tool here in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Here's a close-up of the Amana DP-304 Rosette cutter. It is 3 11/32 inches wide, carbide tipped, with a 3/8 steel shank. Let's dig into it and look at it a bit closer. This tool is clearly marked with its model number, the brand, and the diameter of the tool. As you can tell from the shank, it has 3 flat surfaces, perfect for putting into a drill press, and very thick carbide tips. Overall, first impressions of receiving this bit, we said, looks great, and we were excited to get ready to use it. The profile was exactly what our customer was looking for. So let's go over to the drill press and let's get it set up and see how it cuts. One thing to note is we did read the instructions first on this, which there weren't really much that came with it. So we went to Tools Today website where they recommended to operate this bit right around 800 RPM. We moved over here to the drill press. We adjusted everything to be at 800 RPMs or thereabouts and have the bit chucked up ready to go. I have a nice piece of cherry here that we're going to try to cut a rosette in. Immediately I noticed there's a significant amount of chatter with this bit, and it doesn't want to stay spinning straight. These clamps are pretty tight, and it's moving the whole drill press table around. Let's try again going a little deeper. And there we have it. We went down very slow and it caught the piece of wood. It took out the whole chuck. Not super clean. You can see where it grabbed and where it started to have tear out. So what we'll do here is we'll get set up again and we'll see how it turns out. We'll try one more time. So we got our piece of wood here. We're going to get this reset up, put it back into our drill press jig here and table, and we're going to really clamp this down so it doesn't move around. Again, big bit. We got the chuck reset in there. And I got this thing down pretty tight. It's starting to lift up here on the aluminum. So we want to be careful of that, but this is not going anywhere. It's really tight. So let's see what happens. We'll kick it on. We're going to try to do another one, and we're going to keep it going straight and smooth. But there's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of movement in the bit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with my bearings. Everything's aligned. Everything's good. But for some reason, this bit here, when it starts to cut, it catches unevenly. And it starts to produce some tear out, at least with this sample that we just did. Let's try it one more time and see how it turns out. Again, we're going to move really slow here. And we're going to come in, just have it start to hit the wood. Well, we went very slow, and we tried to take very shallow passes, but this bit catches, and it digs in, and even with doing very, very shallow passes, it just doesn't seem to be able to be very user-friendly here in a material that's not too difficult to cut normally. It's usually pretty tool-friendly, that being cherry. Taking a look at this one here again. In this second piece, we didn't get to quite finish it. It didn't tear up as bad as the first one. However, couldn't even finish the job. It was pretty tough to get these cuts taken care of. And man, I was a little nervous with how much that bit was jumping around. But these are the close-up results of what we got out of that. We thought, well, maybe there was an issue with the material that we were using. And so knowing that we were going to be working in poplar, we decided to try it on poplar as well. And the very first result that we got was not pretty. This is what that turned out to be. Oh man, soft wood just not working out well. But what I would say is we were able to get some slightly better results as we continued practicing just a little bit. Although certainly nothing that I would say was good enough for our customers. Some of the other pieces that we had and samples that we did in poplar are right here. You can tell one of them we didn't finish just because there was too much chatter and we were afraid of too much tear out. And on the one here on the right, it wasn't much better. One little blessing, and maybe this isn't designed for softer woods, was maple had a relatively positive outcome. Although, still not quite what I would expect. Certainly not for a bit that's $160. Thank you so much for tuning in to our tool review today of the Amana DP-304 Rosette Cutter. And while we did not get the results that we expected nor the quality that we desired, we did learn a few things today. One thing is to always be careful because your drill press might come apart when you're working with large bits. Keep your hands out of the way and make sure you wear your safety glasses. I would like to say though that I'm very thankful and appreciative to Amazon and Tools Today for their willingness to take this tool back. This isn't a sponsored video. It's a video on a tool that we purchased, as we mentioned earlier, for about $160. And it was something that we'll unfortunately have to pass on. However, we're here to learn. We're here to see what works well in our shop and what things might not work so well. We'd like to share another video here in the near future of what we ended up doing for our customer with these rosettes. And we'll have some options for buying plans and things like that to be able to CNC these rosettes yourself at any size. Stay tuned, and please don't forget to like and subscribe our page. Have a great day.